Good morning, dear students. In today's lecture, we will talk about IUPAC nomenclature of coordination compounds. Now, whenever we are dealing with IUPAC nomenclature of coordination compound, then there we have to follow certain rules. The rules which are provided by the IUPAC, that is International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, the branch of science that deals with nomenclature of organic and inorganic compounds. So what are the rules which are set by IUPAC for naming coordination compound? So, rule number 1 is we have to see the nature of the complex ion. Means whether negative charge is there or positive charge is there over the complex ion. If complex ion carries negative charge, or if the coordination sphere carries negative charge, then in that case the metal which is present in the complex ion will always contain suffix ate. Like there is a complex ion of copper and the complex ion carries negative charge, then name of the metal will ends with ate. It means instead of copper we will write cuprate. If it is negative complex of iron, then name of iron will be ferrite. If it is platinum, then it will be platinate. And if the complex ion carries positive charge, it means the coordination sphere carries positive charge, then we will write the usual name of the metal. If it is Cu, it will be simply copper. If it is Fe, it will be simply iron. Then, about the ligands which are surrounding central metal atom or central metal ion. So, while performing nomenclature of ligands associated with the central metal atom or central metal ion, these ligands will be named according to their alphabetical sequence, or we will follow alphabetical order. Like NH3 is there. For NH3 we are using amine, and for Cl we are using chlorido. Definitely A comes first. So amine will be named first. Then what? Then about the counter ions. Suppose counter ion is repeated 2 times, then there is no need to use numerical prefix. Like there is K2, you will not write dipotassium, it will simply be potassium. It will simply be potassium. And at last, the oxidation state of central metal atom is always represented by Roman numbers, and it is represented in parenthesis or in bracket. So let us have the first complex compound, that is K2PtCl6. If you remove this counter ion, then this complex ion will carry -2 charge. Because the complex ion carries minus charge, that's why we have used counter ion as A plus to balance this negative charge. So if we remove this K2, it means minus 2 is there. So for balancing minus 2 charge, we are placing K2 here, 2 atoms of potassium. It means complex ion carries negative charge. So name of the metal, that is platinum, will ends with 8. Now the nomenclature. So nomenclature here, counter ion is potassium. So this is potassium. Between counter ion and complex ion, always leave a space. So there is space. Separation is there between counter ion and complex ion. Now Cl is repeated 6 times. So it is hexa for 6Cl. When Cl is present as a ligand, then we always write chlorido for Cl. If it is ligand. If it is not ligand, if it is present as a counter ion, then we will simply write chloride. So here it is hexachlorido platinate. And in bracket the oxidation state of platinum. When all the surrounding species are removed, then the charge left on the central metal atom or central metal ion is called the oxidation state. So here oxidation state of platinum is 4. So in Roman numbers it is 4. Then we have next compound K4 in bracket NiCN4. So again counter ion is positive. It means complex ion will have negative charge. So name of the metal will ends with 8. So here first the counter ion, it's K4. Don't use numerical prefix. Don't write tetra potassium. Clear? So here for K it is potassium. Then a space between counter ion and the complex ion. CN4. Cn repeated 4 times. So tetracyano. Then the name of the metal, that is nickelate. First we will perform the nomenclature of ligands. When all the ligands are over, then we will write the name for the metal. So here it is nickelate, in bracket it is 0, because charge appear on Ni is 0. Then number 3rd, Na2SiF6. Again counter ion is positive. It means there will be negative charge over the complex ion. Counter ion is sodium, so this is sodium. For F we write fluorido. Repeated 6 times, so it is hexafluoridosilicate, in bracket oxidation state of Si is 4. Then number 4, CONH3CL2. Now here the counter ion is written on right hand side, not on left hand side, as in the 3 cases. So when counter ions are written towards right hand side, it means complex ion will have positive charge. So name of the metal will be its usual name. Now the nomenclature. There are 6 molecules of NH3. For NH3 we use amine. When NH3 is present as a ligand, we use amine for NH3 group. Now repeated 6 times, so it is hexaamine cobalt. In bracket the oxidation state, so it is second. Now a space. Counter ion is Cl. Now it is not chlorido because it is not a ligand here. Here Cl is working as a counter ion, so it is simply chloride. Then we have number 5, FeCO5. CO is carbon monoxide. Remember, whenever homolactic complexes are provided, homolactic, where only one type of ligand is there. When only one type of ligand is there, then the complex are called homolactic complex. If the homolactic complex contains neutral molecules as a ligand, Carbon monoxide is a neutral molecule. It means it is a neutral ligand. There is no charge over carbon monoxide. If it is NH3, if it is H2O or anything else, charge should be absent. So if in homoleptic complex the ligands are neutral molecules, then oxidation state for the central metal atom will always be 0. So here CO, carbon monoxide, whenever carbon monoxide is there, we write carbonyl as the name of the ligand. So it is pentacarbonyl iron in bracket 0. Then number 6, COEN twice Cl2En. Sorry, Cl2 outside the bracket it is Cl. Now En. What is the name of the ligand? Name of the ligand is ethane 1,2 diamine. Diamine. A numerical prefix is there in En. That is ethane 1,2 diamine. Di is there. So if such type of ligands are there which already contain number, and if these ligands are repeated 2 times or 3 times, then for such ligands, if it is repeated 2 times, we will use numerical prefix bis. And if it is repeated 3 times, we will use numerical prefix pris. So here En repeated 2 times. So bis will be the numerical prefix used, not di. It looks odd. Diethane 1,2 diamine. That's why numerical prefix di is replaced by bis. The starting letter of En is ethane. E is there. And for Cl, it is fluorido. C. Compare C with E. C comes first. So it will be dichlorido bis. Because 2 En groups are there. Ethane 1,2 diamine. Bracket close. Then the metal cobalt, its oxidation state, that is 3. Outside it is counter ion, that is chloride. Then we have number 7, CONH36 Cl3. Counter ion is negative. It means complex ion will have positive charge. So for cobalt we will use its usual name, IUPAC. NH3 repeated 6 times, so this is hexamine. Cobalt in bracket 3 because the oxidation state of CO is 3, and outside the bracket it will be chloride as the counter ion. And the last one, CuNH3H2O Br2. For Br we will use bromido, and for H2O we will use aqua or aqua. So nomenclature, NH3H2O Br2, the starting letter is A. Starting letter is A. Then you will compare the second letter. M will be compared with Q. M comes before Q. So amine will be named first. So amine, aqua, dibromido, cobalt, copper, then the oxidation state of copper here, that is 2. So in Roman number, in bracket, it is 2 as the oxidation state of copper. In this manner, we will complete the IUPAC nomenclature of coordination compound. Thank you and have a nice day.